Rolling. A little bit ahead, yes.
Mr. Hartu, have you given up hope of seeing your mother again?
Well, as was said, one should always hope, but if we put two and two together, we know that the hope is very, very slim, and most probably a very brutal crime was done against a defenseless old woman from hospital. I don't think such crimes were done since Hitler died.
Do you think that President Amin was personally involved in this?
I don't know, but look, according to any system of law, anybody who lets a gang of assassins do such things, even with such orders, and they know that nothing much will happen to them after they do such crimes, is under any system of law, he is responsible.
What action, if any, could be taken now?
Well, I really think, I think some action should be taken, not only because what has been done to my mother, because what has been done to thousands of Ugandans and Kenyans and others. I was in Uganda in 1969, and I found the country very beautiful, with the best land in Africa, a paradise for tourists, and industrious people working hard, trying to achieve something for their country, as has been achieved in other countries in Africa. And I was walking there free at night in Kampala, and groups of people singing called me to join them, to drink a glass of beer with them. I'm told, I haven't been now only in the airport, but I'm told that now in Kampala nobody goes out at night. Nobody sings. Everybody's afraid to go out at night. And certainly no potential tourist who has heard what has happened to my mother will ever reach this country. The economy is in shambles. I think Africa and Uganda should find ways to get rid of Idi Amin.
Mr. Hartog, have you made any demands to the Israeli government for any additional moves regarding your mother?
No, I think they've done all what they can. I'm sure now the British and Israeli government will try, and if what we think is true, at least to instill in Idi Amin the decency to send the body back home to lie where it should, near my late father in the graveyard in Jerusalem.
Are you going into a period of mourning for your mother, sir?
According to Jewish law, one does not do it in this stage. I will adhere to Jewish law in such cases. I cannot go into official mourning, although I certainly feel like that.
Thank you, sir. There's sympathy.
Thank you, sir.
מאז נעלמו עקבותיה. אין צריך כמדומני לומר כי מרגע שנודע לנו שהגברת בלוך איננה בין הניצולים במבצע אנטבה, כתב חסרת אונים על צה"ל. הוא גם הוכיח בעליל עד כמה ריקים וחסרי ממשות אנושית, מוסרית ומשפטית כאחד כל אותם קולות שנזדרזו לגנות את ישראל בזירה הבינלאומית. על שמילא את חוק אם לא יודבר ביד חזקה בכל מקום, סופו שיתפשט בכל אתר.
Demands have been placed now upon the British government for their operation in returning Mrs. Dora Bloch.
I'm not quite sure that I understand what you mean. What demands have been placed?
What is the stand at the moment of the British government regarding the fate of Mrs. Dora Bloch?
Well, we've made perfectly clear, our ministers have made perfectly clear in the House of Commons that we regard the statement that had been made to us in Uganda about Mrs. Dora Bloch as being unsatisfactory, and we are continuing to press for a real explanation of the facts in the case.
And if no such explanation is forthcoming from Uganda?
Well, I don't know. We are now considering the matter. As you know, our High Commissioner, Mr. Hennessy, has just returned from Uganda to London, and he is now talking with our government today about the general situation and its implications.
What are the possibilities of a severing of diplomatic ties?
Well, I'm afraid I can't say here because I'm not consulted here about our policy towards Uganda. That's something that is clearly going to be considered and decided in London.
Has the Israeli government appealed to the British government today regarding this issue?
Not as far as I'm aware. but certainly not to me.
Well, start shooting.
Running.
Any other questions?
Yes, please. Against you.
Unfortunately, Israel can do very little as far as diplomatic relations are concerned.
יהיו. ראוי לממשלת אוגנדה לזכור כי זיכרונו של העם היהודי ארוך. אין הוא שוכח בני עוולה ואין הוא מוחל על פשעיהם. ועדת הכנסת קבעה כי תימסרנה הודעות מטעם הסיעות.